We stuck. Not going back into full screen. I did Alt Enter, which switches between window and full screen mode, so that I could get the mouse locked back in. But now it's not going back to full screen. Enter. Oops, you don't want to do it. Well, you guys can see it. I'm looking at OBS. You guys can see it just fine. I think I'm gonna reload. Yeah. Okay, the first half hour did not happen. So here we are in Oilberg. How's everyone doing? Actually, I'll probably, when I put this on YouTube, I will probably just highlight the stream and cut off the first like half hour or something. But hey, it gave people time to show up. So when last we left off, we were in the desert here. Oh great, people are angry. But my controls are still working right now. Yeah. And let's see. Find sane people. Okay, so rewind. Whatever I was talking about for the last half hour. Okay. Yeah, really strange people live here. I must find someone saner to have my question. So when we last left off, we need to meet the Bukhara people, which are the elders. Aren't afflicted by being crazy, or at least not as crazy. So we're here in the desert. You know what? Since I'm down here, I'm gonna do some exploring on this side. I was gonna save that for later, but I'll do it now. See this? This is some really neat big bridge. This is like how modern suspension bridges are built, kind of. Sort of. It's got a twist. It's got the cables off to the side. Why is the music dead? God damn it. So, now that I looked ahead a bit in the first part of the first half hour of the stream, which totally didn't happen, I don't think you ever get a quest to go here. So we're just gonna go here and explore. So here's this neat bridge. I don't know how this bridge works with the should be the suspension towers just kind of off to the side like that. It's kind of weird, but it looks cool. So I don't know why I'm bouncing all over the place on this bridge. Now why the music's not working. The first half hour when I had the stream messed up, the music was working just fine. Oh, that's good guys. DD. Wait, are these the druids out here? That's DD. The druids out here. There is a town here. I guess quest-wise, nobody ever tells you to go here. I don't want to go over there yet. I want to go to wherever the town is. I think that's right here. Yeah. Do 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 do. And then the music dies. Come back. I guess I could check truck upgrades. I'm pretty sure I've got the best setup for this truck. Pretty sure we figured this out last time. Yeah, that sounds good. 2 guns in front of the meteor, that's what we got. Oh, that puts them in a row instead. More green numbers. I think I like the machine guns I think this way, the second machine gun here, you'd have to be aiming left or right for it to work. I don't like that as much. This setup that you can just shoot straight forward. Too crazy about this setup either. Okay, so excellent. Let's see, is this better than what we have? Yes. Okay. Money is really no object. Tons of money. And just when we got rid of the Belaz, we lost all of these extra slots over here, though. That's the only thing. But we gained this giant gun. That's why we made this change. Okay. Centurion. Yeah. That's, even though it's rusty, it's a little bit more armor. It's the same gun arrangement. Right? That's not. Excalibur. Oh, that's even better. The only question is with the Excalibur. Does it have a turbo? It doesn't have a turbo slot. It has this pretty pointless looking slot instead. Don't want to lose the turbo. Wait, we're using the Excalibur now. What am I using right now? Maya. Excellent. Okay, we're already excellent. Okay, we're all set then. Okay. Yeah. Alright, barkeep, you got anything? Oh, delivery 84,000. Sure, I'll make a delivery to wherever I need to go for 84,000. Okay, now the main thing of this area. Let's throw a quick save down. It's over here. There is something of interest. Pretty much just drive around anywhere, really. And not anywhere. There's the fancy racetrack here. We're gonna check it out once I find the entrance to it. Today is the race day. Anyone can take part in it. Alright, wanna go racing? I'm gonna warn you guys, I've never successfully done this. Gotta pay the participant key fee of 5,000 coins plus 5,000 the insurance cost. Okay, we got the money. A car. The Bolide is an expensive car. You'll have to compensate the cost. It's a deal. Alright. You lose if you make a false start or if you crush the car. First price 40s, 2010. Repair works will be extracted from the insurance cost. So you might not get over 5,000. Okay. All that. Oh, there we go. Ah, false start. False start, you lost. Okay. No. Hold on. Reload. No, we're not doing that nonsense. False start because I backed up a tiny bit. Backed up because my main truck was kind of bouncing around. Yeah. Okay, don't touch anything. Gave away 10,000 coins. Start. I love how there's no like music like different music or anything. It's just like the Explorer music. Alright. This car is extremely twitchy. We don't want to wreck it either. I think this is more survival than race. I think what always happens to me when I do this, I just pass them all. I kind of get lost and get turned around somehow.
Here I am.
Like after I spin out like that. First, here I am. Somebody yell at me if it looks like I got turned around. See those arrows? Sometimes they're backwards. Yeah, look. See these ones telling me to go left? I'm not crazy, right? That's backwards. So
Get ready to rumble.
where are the other cars? I just barely got past them, and then they're all gone. Can't zoom out either. A little bit too close for comfort with the camera. Checkpoint. This was very much something they just tossed in. Thinking about it. Now in the second game, there's a race course that you have to do for the plot. And you race those tractors. Which is really weird that you're racing tractors, but it's kind of neat. But that's done a lot better. This is just an afterthought. Like, oh, you decided to explore down here on this island? Well, have a racetrack. So even if you won first, what was first? Was it 40,000? You have to subtract at least 5,000. Closer to 10 if you damage the car. But we're gonna take it easy because there's no other cars. 40,000. Yeah. So I guess the max amount you can win 35. Okay, I think I'm doing pretty good. First lap finished. Wait, my place is 7 out of 8. How is my place 7 out of 8? I passed them all. Nobody ever passed me. How am I in 7th? Where's the other cars? Okay, I never got turned around, right? Yeah, those are still backwards. Okay, checkpoint. No, I'm hitting the checkpoints. I never got turned around. Just magically, I went from 1st to 7th. How many laps do we have to do? I think I usually get bored with this thing and just like drive off in the race car and start like jumping the sand dunes and crap. Screwed that up. Of course, you just drive with the freaking arrow keys in this game, so not the best. Jesus. That frickin' curb. Get back on the road. Oh boy. Okay, we're screwed now. Hey, I got back on my wheels. But where's the other cars? Okay, am I still 7 of 8? After all that. Wait, did I get turned around? That was not a checkpoint. God damn it. Why was that not a checkpoint? Okay, I think it's time to go exploring. Completely screwed. Checkpoint? No. Which way was I going? I have no idea. I think I'm toast. I guess it's because everything's the same color, I can't even tell. But we're not getting checkpoints anymore, so yeah. We got turned around. That's what always happens whenever I try this stupid thing. I get turned around, and even if you don't, I was somehow in 7th, even though I passed them all. That was before I screwed up and fell over and got turned around, so... You know, this car has a gun slot. A small gun. Yeah, you're lost too, right? Yeah, it's impossible. Look, I just got to checkpoint 7. So even if I went, since I went backwards for I don't know how far after, I don't know how far I went backwards and then turned around, went back forward, I'm still 7th out of 8th. I was 7th out of 8 before I crashed and went the wrong way for a while. So
Here I am.
goal. Oh, there we go. It was 2 laps. Okay, you have lost, yeah. I got 5,000 points back, though, at least. Well, that was fun. Kind of. Never to do again. Okay, now I can zoom out, thank God. I've never successfully... I don't know if it's possible to successfully do that, to be completely honest. But there you go, there's a race track you can mess around with if you want. Pretty sure the only thing here is death. I just ran over somebody. Timber! That's death down there right now. Carefully explore the edges just because I'm being a little bit of a perfectionist. Yeah, this is an island. That was such an afterthought, that racetrack. No special music, no like countdown, ding, 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 nothing. And you just drive with the pack a little bit, you get a few turns in, you pass the pack, and then they all disappear and you're in 7th place. Okay. No, it's not an island. It's not quite an island. Maybe. Alright, back to work, I suppose. I miss my Belaz with the giant tires now. I'm gonna be climbing mountains. Don't really belong over here. I just figured I'd look. Yeah, go. I mean, we got a 6-wheel drive on this thing. We should be pretty good off-road, but it's out front. Ooh. Okay, I know that's just, yeah, that's invisible. Okay. Surprised that Sturgy didn't show up yet. I never give anybody much notice when I'm going to stream though, because I never really know much at a time when I'm going to stream. But I slept during the day for a while, so that was nice. I'm like falling asleep now, which is good. That's why I haven't streamed much lately. Are we going to drive on the track for a little while? Oh, that was going to be a good jump and then a nosedive. I got turbo boost on this thing. I think I remember getting in the race car and trying to see how far away I could get with it and drive it around before the game went. No, you left the racetrack. So the hole in the fence. that's probably where I escaped. I think probably as soon as you try to get across the big bridge with the race car, that's when it kicks you out and says, no, get back in your truck. Just go for a ride. Don't fall in the ocean. Okay. It's a shortcut, I swear. DD. Who's DD? Forgot to check when I was in the town. Where's my delivery, by the way? There. Is it the Druids? What are the Druids doing out here? With a racetrack? I don't think it's the Druids, is it? Hold on. So we were leaving, but I want to go in that town. This place never goes evil. They don't decide to start killing you. So it's not one of those two other clans. Doesn't say anything. Oh, this symbol. That is one of the clans. Excellent. This one, Hakarat. So the town is Hakarat. It's weird. The turret's DD. I wonder if that's what it should be. Oh well. Alright, let's go talk to the elders again. I mean, not again. It hasn't happened. We have to find them now. They're with a bunch of... they're on the beach with a bunch of old wrecked ships. Which didn't happen a half hour ago at all. Look at these turrets. Dead. We just wanted to turn left.
One more.
I don't feel bad about shooting any of these guys because it's just... they won't remember in a little while anyway. Not like I'm gonna mess up any any of my relationships because these guys, they have old fish memories. Okay. Yeah, there's a nice blacktop road here that I would like to drive on. So if I've got the firepower to walk the line, basically. Oh, right. Thank you, Rumsey. Yeah, the delivery's down there. Purple dot. I done forgot. Yeah, it's like 84,000 coins. Rapid firing something. Did I get? Ooh, Assault Odin. Hey, that's better than Odin, I think. Did I fix my key bindings? No. 1, 2, 3. Blind. Okay.
Here I am.
There I go. Oh, that works. Oh, these are vagabonds. They're always bad. Yeah, completed the delivery.
Get ready to rumble.
I can't be.
Yeah.
How dare you?
These guns were definitely worth the change of trucks from Belaz to the Peacekeeper. I still do miss the big giant tires on the Belaz and the extra carrying capacity, but that giant gun makes all the difference. Oh, Mars. That thing's weird. No. I'd rather have these two, they're worth more. That's worth much. That's worth much. Okay. Now, repairing is going to cost a bit because I... Oh, what am I... Somebody's engine is wedged under the truck. Why aren't the front wheels dry? Come on. 6-wheel drive. Lock the diffs. Come on. Oh. Do I hit that? Do I have to hit to get out of the difficult? Okay. Get out of the diff... Oh no. The get out of the difficult place button doesn't work. Oh, I'm hitting O. It's not doing anything. Oh. This is bad. There's an engine block under my freaking truck here. Front wheels are on the ground. Why is front left not spinning? Turbo boost. look at them wheels go. Yes, we have a immobile hovercraft. So yeah, not quite sure what to do currently, especially when you have like explosive weapons or something. You can shoot the ground and make a little boom on the ground and move you slightly. These guns don't do that. Hammering on the edge. That's exactly. Oh, I got the front left wheel to turn for a second. Am I freaking screwed? You know, some enemies would show up. Somebody shoots like one of those bumblebee explosive weapons at me. Nope. See, the game's not registering that I'm stuck. I think. Spin a little bit. that's my only chance, is if I just keep making a turn. Eventually, it'll get unstuck. When did I save? Back down on that island, probably. Yeah. It's probably good. Wow. Okay. I did not think this was gonna... Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to reload. I was really hoping I could fix this. Like, I was thinking if I get to the higher ground, there's... Okay. Oh, no, 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 oh, we did it! We did it! Oh, I feel like I'm playing Snow Runner. Mud Runner, or whatever. There we go! Victory crash into the gas station. The reason why I didn't reload is because I wanted to save that assault Odin that we got off of a drop. Okay, now I'm gonna save. This game. Alright. Now, what I did in the beginning of the stream, when the audience couldn't see anything because I was an idiot and kept the slideshow thing on, is I just explored a bit up here. Yeah. And drove up this rail line up here. There wasn't anything there, it was just a dead end. It just looked a little cool because it had, like, a couple of walls and some wrecked rail cars that were blocking the way. That's all there was.
The roof is on fire. Have a nice death.
Stupid Mars thing. It's actually not worth much. No. Please. Yeah. Yeah, get wrecked. Down there is the port. I'm gonna go get the elders first.
Get ready to rumble.
My headlight's not on. Don't work too good. Where? There they are. Look at that energy blast just flying through the sky. Majestically. Like a UFO or something.
The roof is on fire.
He's dead. Okay. Alright, this is where the elders are hiding. Look at this neat boat graveyard. Ship graveyard. I guess this was all water. Till it wasn't. Well, there's what's left of the ocean, I guess. But the water used to go up a lot further, I guess. I don't know. This place was always neat. Oh. Unintentional spin out there. You know why I didn't notice that that slideshow was still up blocking you? It's it was a slideshow of pictures from the game, so I just glanced over and looked right. Anyway, they found us. Run, run for your lives. Wait, I've come with peace, not in peace, with peace. Okay, whatever. This one looks quite normal. How did you find us? Kind man from the town showed me the way. Said a rescue party will soon arrive after you. For you. The moment I dreaded has come. There's no point in hiding anymore. We'll have to fight that battle, brothers. What are you talking about? They only want... Yeah, the quote-unquote rescue party. Okay, what's the story? Years ago, this was a thriving region. We were recovered from the catastrophe soon enough, and we thought we could start a life afresh. But people started to act really strange. One day, they would be overjoyed. The next, they would have this evil look in their eyes. Yeah, it's kind of what I already explained a bit, where they just flip-flop. People tried to control their emotions, but one day it all collapsed. A man killed his family and had no memory of doing it. He was executed, but ever since that day, fear took a strong grip in our hearts. We couldn't trust our relatives. We couldn't trust ourselves. So there are no bandits, demons of the desert? I'm afraid not. People with similar cycles of madness, united to attacking other groups, only few survived. They build towns and destroy them the next day. Yeah, we've kind of seen that. How could you avoid the madness? We were too old to feel powerful emotions at the time of the catastrophe. Strong emotions are for the young. Our part is to keep memories of mourn the dead. Okay? Realized what happened, we left the cities to hide from the young. But it couldn't last long. We've been disclosed and they were going to kill us now. I feel them approaching. I won't let you die until you tell me everything you know about Ivan Go. Yeah, our father. Real father. Too late, they're attacking. I'll fight on your side. Okay. Here we go again. Now we gotta kill these guys that came to kill the elders. Quote-unquote rescue party that are just here to kill them.
It's showtime. It's just a scratch. Next, please.
Well, we won this battle, but they are going to be back. It's just a matter of time. What are we going to do? I can't just leave you here, can I? How can I get you out of here? There's a port nearby, but there aren't any ships there. Machinery is working, though. Aha! I've got a device for calling a rescue ship. It's a submarine, but okay. You'll be evacuated to the lands where people are normal. Or at least more normal than here. I don't know if anybody's normal in this game. I can't believe our luck. Show me the port and I'll call the ship. Okay, so I guess they're supposed to be showing me where the port is. Last time I did this, when the screen was blank, one of these guys dropped an upgrade that I wasn't going to use on the truck, but it was worth like $40,000. This time, no such luck. Oh, there they are. All the way back. Yeah, okay. Last time I tried this, I drove all the way to the port on my own. I didn't realize that, yes, it's a freaking escort. So this time I'm going to be escorting them. Oops. Sorry, Lori, buddy. Just making sure. Save, I guess. Last time I did this all without saving because I wasn't sure if something was broken or not, but it's okay. Ah, the escort quest. So much fun. Come on, you guys. These guys drive pretty decent compared to some of the escorts. Where?
It's showtime. It hurts. Next, please.
Let's catch up with them before they get attacked. Gas station up ahead. Good, we'll fuel up and repair, which we don't really need that badly, but more importantly, I think time of day will change to daytime. Yep. Sun's out. Come on, you guys. Yeah, they made it past. Amazing, huh?
Show no
Bulldozer.
mercy.
Yeah, it's got a lot of health. It's good guys. There's the other bad guy.
There should only be one. Is it the best you can do?
I'm stuck. Die.
Next, please.
Oh no, not again. Get out of the... Okay, that
Get
button works
ready
this
to
time.
rumble.
That time it decided I was in a difficult place. Okay, I gotta catch up with them. One would always get stuck,
ready
yeah.
to rumble.
Oops. Right, I haven't been here yet, so the turrets are still active. God damn it. That was, I guess, the advantage of coming down here ahead of time. So I got rid of these turrets.
The roof is on fire.
Die.
It's gonna blow.
Oh, damn it. It's, what do you say? It's good, a blow. Oh, wow. Okay. I did save at the beginning of this. You know what? I'm gonna do what I did the first time. I'm just gonna run way ahead. Because I did that the first time, not even realizing there was an escort. And it just worked. But we'll see. I think, though, the first time I got kind of lucky in a way where I don't know if they were just super far behind or they didn't even spawn yet. Yeah, there's always going to be a fight here. They have a lot of health, those bulldozers. I don't think the guns or anything special. There's no weak slow about 10,000. You know what? That's not even worth as much as these electronics. Well, they've caught up. Just light the way. Make sure they're not getting attacked back there.
Get ready to rumble.
Hi, guys.
It's just a scratch. The roof is on fire.
Don't you guys have guns? They do.
It hurts.
Shoot the turrets. Good. Okay, we completed the quest. Good. Well,
Now we are safe, thanks to you.
cutscene.
It was a pleasure helping you out. Good luck with traveling overseas.
One more thing. Now that I know you better, I can tell you about the man you seek. Ivan Go visited our village years ago. He asked many questions and left to the east. The deadliest part of the desert lies that way. Please, come with us. Do not follow him. Only death awaits you there.
Okay. So they wanted us to just follow them across the ocean. Too bad part of that cutscene wasn't the two of them loading into the submarine to go across the ocean. That would have been neat. So, click on this and it says Road to Argent. So that's where that goes back to the lands of what? That's where Axel is? Yeah. Seaport there. So we could go back there if we wanted to. Don't have any need to though. But they said Ivan Go went east, where only death and destruction is, and there you go. Road to Zarmek. That's where we need to go next, plot-wise. I have any quests, right? Ivan went this way. I only know the direction, but I will find him, or what's left of him. Well, that's an F instead of an R. That should be or what is left of him. What has left of him. Okay, this is English. Alright, history. I think, I don't know if I read this one. Got to the Keeper's Village. Why were they hiding? Okay. My visit caused panic around Bakara population. It was only when the Memory Keepers realized that I didn't mean them harm that they told me their sad story. Yeah, go east. Many years ago, some mysterious madness seized the people of local villages. They started killing each other, and worst of all, they had no memory of what they've done afterwards. Yeah. some particular reason, Bakara were immune to the madness, lived in constant fear, and they were hiding, and yeah, no monsters, so ordinary people. Now I understand why the elders tried so hard to hide their village. People in tanks. They weren't tanks, they were just in the regular trucks that everybody else has been driving, but okay. They arrived soon after and opened fire at the Bakara. Couldn't let them kill them, so... Remember too well to happen to my own village. Now, if we were doing Alice's quest line, and we were still just playing the whole game, vowing revenge for whoever killed our father, this is where we would figure out, oh, it was these crazy madmen in the desert who don't even know what they're doing that killed our father. I fought until we destroyed the last tank and then helped them to evacuate the elders on a ship. That's our submarine. I think. They told me that a man who fit the description of my father, I would go, and once past their village, heading to the southeast, I will follow him. Okay, so we have to go east, where only death and destruction lie. Did I save? Let's save. So is there anything else we want to do here before I go east? Let's just sell all the stuff off, but besides that, not really. The truck's all fully upgraded.
You're gonna die.
You guys
I
are dead
can't
yet?
see. Damn.
I think electronics are worth more than books. Regular Odin. Yep.
It's just a scratch. One more.
Village we're heading for is red. Great, we need to go here. Got a blue dot. Oh. That town I think is always neutral. So it's not even trying to find the right prices to sell this stuff off. It's just whatever town is sane enough to deal with me. That's one thing we have to do here because, yeah, they keep showing up, so you just keep shooting them. But at this stage of the game, you get an awesome truck with really good firepower, so they came up for a reason for you to just shoot everything, basically. Okay, this town I think is always neutral. I mean, it's one of the clans that are always warring, but for some reason this town is always good. You know what? I don't even care what the price is. We have so much money and we're pretty much right at the end of the game anyway. See if they have anything special there. Explosion weapons. See, the problem is we only have one slot here, and I don't want to give up the 20% armor. It's a shame. Okay. I'm not even gonna look for quests, I don't think. I never found that. I thought that was this, but this just has 4. Or there is a back end for this truck where instead of a turbo slot, it has a 5th slot, but it's like for the wide missile thing that I would never use anyway. Or that weird Mars thing. Never found 6 slots. I don't remember if that was this game or if it was Rise of Clans. Actually.
It's showtime.
My problem is giving in.
See that? Freaking missiles. Now everything is red. Oh. Maybe the next. I don't think so, though. I don't even know if there's a town in the next area, to be completely honest. I think there's barely anything in the next area. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong. I could be forgetting a small section of the game, but I don't think so. I think we're pretty much at the end. We're gonna have a very important decision coming up very soon. And just like in the very beginning when you have to decide whether or not to help out Alice, the game doesn't really let you know that it's a really important decision. Basically, there's 2 different endings. I'm not even going to call them good ending and bad ending. Some people do, but they're just alternate endings, really. Oh, good, there's a gas station right here. That's very convenient. Alright, to Zarbek we go. Oh, what's that? So now we will finally find out, eventually, the whole plot story of this freaking game. Yeah, I saved. This area is really, they don't even, the enemies here, we'll see in a second. They're not even called, like, Alcaret or anything like that anymore. They're just called men. That's what they are. They're just constantly aggressive. It's a damn shame. I don't even think there's any new... Pretty sure there aren't even any new clans or anything. It's just all... This is the land of the madmen. The elders were right that when they said all you're going to find is death here. Some places to repair, at least, maybe. This looks like something. Look how often they're fighting us, though. Kind of endurance area here. that was neat. This looks like a place I can repair, hopefully. because we're just gonna keep constantly getting attacked. Yep. I don't even know if there's gonna be a town where we can sell stuff in this zone. 'Cause it's just madmen. I don't think there really is. Just doing what I always do whenever we get in a new zone, kind of exploring a bit, although this zone is pretty linear, I think. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, jeez. Where'd these guys come from? Yeah, I'm glad we got that big gun. I think we would have been in a lot worse shape with that Balaz. Because these guys are not holding back anymore. A dot for the quest. Follow Ivan Go. Ivan Go went this way. Now you know the direction. Okay. So, we are on our own out here. It's kind of neat, though. Oh, this is a nice little spot with a couple of trees. What's over here?
This truck looks somewhat familiar. Where did I see this symbol? Indeed, it is Ivan's car.
Oh, we found
Let's take a
Ivan's
closer
car.
look. His body is not inside. He probably continued to walk. Hopefully he may still be alive. It is so close. Why am I afraid of what awaits me ahead?
But he survives walking around in this desert. Come on. So that's Ivan Go's car, apparently. No wonder he got stuck. He was just driving a little car. Make them climb the mountain. Just don't get stuck. Okay. So we found a clue. Know what's coming up there. I need to repair first. Get that man. Oh. Who's got the worst gun? That's the question. Yeah, these guys take a long time to blow up. That the only place to repair? I think it is. Yeah, I think this zone is pretty much just this, and then there's going to be a little town here, and then there's going to be something over here. I think that's pretty much all there is here. Of course, I'm probably gonna get in another fight just trying to come back from the gas station. I wish this was a little town that you could sell stuff off at, but it doesn't matter. We're pretty much end game here. Okay. Oh, go away. Bad man. Peace. So, yeah, we're going this way. Save one more time. This section is probably pretty much the hardest part of the game. The last boss, probably. Because it's all about endurance. Surviving. We'll see.
I will have to go through this base in order to proceed further. Looks dangerous.
Oh, it is. Now, the only silver lining, I think, is you can repair in here, maybe? But look at all these enemies, and they just keep coming. Oh, Jesus. That was... hitting the wrong button. I'm trying to hit the horn, but... No, I can't repair it. Jesus. Okay. That's the wrong way to do this. I wanted to go in the center. I wanted to see if you could hit the horn and repair, but you can't. Or at least I don't see the option yet. Okay, now the right way to do this is to try to draw them out. Just drive right into the center because, yeah, this is a ridiculous fight because there's tons of enemies and they keep respawning.
I will have to go through this base in order to proceed further.
Until
Looks dangerous.
a certain flag happens, basically. Okay, so start by doing this. Get rid of some of the missiles, maybe. The only
Get
issue
ready
with
to
doing this
rumble.
is I don't know
Yes!
if I'm making progress on what needs to happen next if I'm out here.
The
I
roof
think
is
we
on
have to
fire.
kind of drive a loop around a little bit and then run back out, maybe?
Yes! Give it to me!
Yes, give it to me, okay.
Ah!
Let's get out of here. Let's get out. Why am I checking the loop? What's this? But you can see how many red dots there are. It's
Here
insane.
I am.
I think I can shoot through that. They can't either, though.
The roof is on fire.
Yep, they're madmen, alright. Oh, there's a tank. An actual tank. Even with all the firepower we have, we're still very much in danger of dying. Oh, there's people over here. I don't think they can shoot through that fence. I mean, it looks like I can. Oh,
Yes!
oh, okay, don't move. Oh, here we go.
So many bandits. Where are they coming from? I won't hold out for long.
It is a very dangerous place. Follow us. We will lead you out of here.
I found the
Who
trick.
are you? Anyway, I cannot defeat them all alone. Show me the way.
There we go. Please don't screw me over, AI. Oh, good lord. Oh, the music stays, of course. I remember this now. Okay, that worked out really well, actually. I guess I was too impatient. I used to go in a lot more, thinking that would be the only way to trigger the event of the guys coming to rescue me. But no, you stay out there and just keep shooting in. I guess you just gotta kill enough of them. Now, if you're doing Alice's quest line, where you still are swearing revenge against those who killed your father, you're much more emotional in that section. And you're rushing in, and even when these guys come to rescue you, you keep saying, "No, I must keep killing them. They killed my father," or whatever, and then they have to tell you, "No, it's pointless." So that scene is a little bit different, which is interesting. Okay, the scientist. This freaking guy. You were this close to getting killed. My people arrived just on time. Who are you, and why did you help me? Okay, I guess that's a good question. We help all people in need. Okay. Well, and then they kind of answered it. The bravest and the smartest people from all over the world come here, lured by the call. But most of them find their end here, and they wouldn't listen to me when I tell them. I've got to find Ivan Go. I've gone such a long way. I'm not going to stop now. It's our father. I remember everyone I know. I know the man you are talking about. He's gone too far. Is Ivan dead? The thing that happened to him is worse than death, but it's just as irreversible. Stop talking mysteries. Tell me where he is. The scary part about this now is we just went through all that nonsense with the madman base there, and then it was a cutscene to get to here. So there wasn't really any place to save. I still haven't saved after getting through there. You won't understand until you see it. Then it'll be too late. Go after him if you have to. We'll talk again after you come back. If you come back. Okay. Can I save? Okay, I can't save now. Oh, and I can enter this place, the scientist village. Yes, repair the truck. Thank you. Can I sell stuff? Yes. Oh, they don't care about electronics, of course, because they're scientists. They have their own electronics. Do they have anything fancy? Ooh, assault loaded. Hey, now I have 3 assault loadeds. We have a turbo booster. Okay. Nobody's in the laboratory, as Dexter would call it. Oh, here's some history. I found an armored truck in the sands, heavily damaged in combat. There's no body inside, but I found a jacket with my father. Oh, he didn't say he found a jacket. Okay, that makes more sense than just saying there was a symbol. He's been there. Looks like he left the truck and continued journey on foot. Took a few gadgets from the car. They were too good to be left there. They will remind me of my father. Aww. Sure, on the white. Nothing prepared me for the encounter with the army of madmen. Yeah, it's an army base, but it's all madmen. I was saved from imminent death by unexpected allies. Science settlement lost in the middle of the desert, and its master made a strange impression on me. So now we're over here. We need to go there. That looks interesting. There's the crazy military base. Okay. Now, we save. Oh, that's wacky. Friend. I'll take your word for it. So, we have to see what he meant by fate worse than death. What happened to Ivan Go?
Get ready to rumble.
Let's see. I wonder what those are. Pieces of something? Weird scientists. So they said something about people answering the call. Oh, what's that? I like how they set it up so that you don't see it till the last second. Remember in the very, very beginning of the game, like the opening cutscene, you're driving around and they show a UFO in the background. There it is. If it can. So we're gonna check that UFO out. It's the worst that can happen.
Oh my god. What a cursed place.
First.
Who are all these people? Are they alive? Maybe I can save them. Now I
Yeah.
see what the scientist was talking about.
People just standing around staring at it. Okay, so now what you're supposed to do is turn around. But no, we're gonna keep going. We have to check out this UFO. See, we have to save the people that you don't
I can
see.
feel the power luring me towards this huge building.
Okay. You just ran somebody over.
I gotta go faster. The truck is too slow.
Truck is too slow.
I'd rather walk.
Oh.
It is close already, but I can hardly move.
No, don't be one of them.
What's happening? I cannot move.
You approach too close to the source, and once engulfed by its power, it's its power to do that. And that's a unique game over you can get. Had to show that off. Okay, so don't get too close to the UFO or that. Didn't I save? Didn't I save right before I... Whatever. Still have to go here to the dot. See the people, but the dot keep going further.
Oh my god. What a cursed place. Who are all these people?
Oh, truck part sale.
Are they alive? Maybe I can save them. Now I see
Right, I
what the
didn't check.
scientist was talking about.
Okay. Can't get any closer. So, basically, Ivan Go is one of those zombies just standing there staring at the UFO till the end of time. Undead, pretty much. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Let's look at history. These people say. Crossing the next dune, I saw a terrible sight. Many people were standing motionless around a huge metal mountain. Couldn't say whether they were dead or alive. Why they gathered here, but I felt that Ivan Go was one of them. No one answered my cries and signals. A feeling of great sorrow came upon me. Okay. Now we're gonna get plot done. Guess I will check for truck parts. I didn't even think of that. Might be too late now, though.
Here I am.
Here I am. Skull, beer. anything. Scalper. No, that's less skunks. Yeah, that's what we have. Here's where you can see what slots you can have. This is better. I'd rather have the two guns next to each other instead of behind each other. I guess that's it. And audio. Let's see if I can get the audio back. Let's give it a second here. Hoping when I press the button, music doesn't go away. Okay. Okay, scientists. Your willpower is impressive. You could resist the voice of heaven. Yeah, we did. We resisted. I don't know what you're doing. You know that you were about to become one of them. If you find enough strength to return from the source. For years, we've been waiting for you to come. Oh. Let's get to the point. Wait, we can be so bullish. You are destined to stop the madness that seized all of these people. I'll do what I can, but I should have made a hard save before doing this too. I quick saved, but I should have done a hard save too, because this is the decision I was talking about. So you don't even realize it's going to happen. Yeah, I think it is the next game. You are destined to stop the madness that seized all of those people. I'll do what I can, but tell me first, what happened here? Okay, here's the story. Years ago, our world was different. There were huge countries, cities with millions of dwellers, clever machines that did your work for you. Yeah, everything was simple. But suddenly, the world collapsed. Clever machines. I wouldn't trust them. What happened? Military forces spotted an unidentified flying object. Yep. Immediately brought down. Oh, they shot it down. You saw it on your way. I was part of the group that was sent to examine the mysterious object. The country was on the verge of war. We were the only scientists left studying this UFO. Little wonder we were in a hurry and a bit careless. All makes little sense to me, but go on. When we got on board the ship, it was a ship no doubt, we were ecstatic. We thought of endless opportunities, new medicine, ultra-strong materials, revolutionary technologies, of course. But we found death inside, instead. Several scientists got crushed by the machines. 3 of my colleagues committed suicide. The worst thing happened when we opened a sealed cell in the central tank. Oh, you shouldn't have done it. How could you ignore all those warning signs? But we are scientists. We don't believe in superstition. Okay. Anyway, the moment we opened the door, all hell broke loose. My colleagues, their bodies exploded. Wow. I heard the strange voice inside my head. I blacked out. When I woke up, I was outside the ship in the camp. Called for help, but nobody came. The radio was silent, and I realized there was a catastrophe. So this is where the catastrophe, the apocalypse started. From opening up something in this UFO. So you've destroyed the world to satisfy your curiosity. Yes, and it's killing me. I've got to be punished, but I don't feel pain. God knows how many times I tried to kill myself, but all in vain. Oh well. I can't die. It was terrible. I thought I was the only survivor, but more people started to arrive. I was horrified when I saw how much they mutated. Just look at me or yourself. I dread to think what's under your mask. Listen, the mask is just, you know, for breathing purposes, right? Although you can see how much his face is dented in. What are you talking about? We're wearing masks because the air is contaminated, yeah. Whatever, let it be the air. What matters now is that the device is still working and keeps contaminating the atmosphere. If we turn it off, are people going to be normal again? Why didn't you go back to stop the device? I can neither come close to the device or leave this place. I am doomed to stay here and watch. Oh. All I can ask is people destroy the damn thing. Not that anyone has succeeded. Okay, we have two options here. I've got to save all these people. There must be a way to turn the machine off without getting too close. Or, you've done the humanity so much harm. I'm gonna blow this place up along with... Okay. Now, when you first see this, and I've probably played through this part a few times before I realized this, but this sounds like the typical thing where the second option is just, oh, I'm gonna kill you. But it's not. These are actually two different options to choose which way you end the game. You can either try turning the thing off, or try blowing it up. And there's no real indication of which thing is the better thing to do. And the worst part is you don't even realize when you're reading this that that's what these options mean. It really looks like the only thing you can do is number one. Because number two just looks like the stupid attack everything idea. But it's not. It's just either try to turn it off or try to blow it up. Do different ways to end the game. So I don't know if anybody's here tonight. Well, Rumsey's here, obviously, but anybody else. I'm surprised even Sturgey's not here. He must have fell asleep early. But, I'll be happy to see what anybody thinks I should do. Besides Rumsey. Well, Rumsey, you can put your vote in, but let's... You know, Sturgey set up some polls the other day in the chat. I don't even know how to do that. He did it, but I don't know how he did it. Is it a mod thing? Tasks. Okay, yeah, I don't know how I did the whole thing. So, what do you guys think we should do? Blow it up or turn it off? Also, I'm not even sure which ending is really canon. Believe it or not. Yeah, go ahead. Just people write what they want to do. I don't know how to do the poll thing, so. One or two. Keep it simple. I don't know if Vern's around. At least we got nice music in here. I'm glad the music didn't go away. That's why I exited and came back in. One seems like the more obvious answer. Like, you would think that turning it off would be a better idea than blowing it up. And actually, now that I think of it, I'm trying to remember which ending is which. With one or two. It seems like turning the machine off is the better idea. Yeah, I'm gonna go one. I think I know which ending is which, but I'm not sure. Ivan Go talked about strange lights in this. Oh, so you do remember lights in the sky. And he wasn't all that surprised when he saw the spaceship. He's probably seen it already. Oh. His friend Ben Throttle might know something. Oh, we get to go talk to Ben Throttle. Must talk to him. Off you go, and may luck be with you. I'll need it. Oh, okay. Still not quite sure which ending this is. Okay. We've made our decision. We're gonna try to turn it off.
Let us show you the way around the military base.
Oh, yes, thank you.
I do need the detour. I'm ready to fight with them. Together we will win.
What?
Calm down. You have a mission of utmost importance. Do not waste any time on these madmen.
All right. Lead the way.
Well, that was out of left field. That made more sense. Oh. Bad button. Oh, we're through. Okay. Just
Here
like
I
that.
am.
I mean, I got madmen to kill over here, but at least I don't have to deal with that military base.
There should only be one.
I think, though. Now I can go into that military base and use it like a town, although it's still red. Let's save here. Let's find out. I'm curious. Like, what if we wanted to go back to the scientist? I don't think you can. I think even if you made it back there, nobody would be there. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, there's the sure it is. Right. Is it still swarming with enemies? Ah, there's Sturgy. Ah, yeah, it's getting late now. No sleep. Oh, that sucks. We just selected which ending we're gonna try for, although I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I didn't do a hard save.
Kill them all!
Kill them all! I just want to see if you can use this base as a base. I don't think you can. But
Time to die! Farewell, brothers! Yes! Give it some more!
hitting the horn, nothing's happening. Okay. I didn't think so. Well, I'm not quite sure which ending. Basically, we found... Okay, a little recap. We found the big UFO. And, kind of see it. It's a wrecked UFO, and the plot is that, actually, this place isn't swarming. But the plot is that the crashed UFO and then the scientists opening things up in the UFO is what caused the apocalypse. And we had two options: either try to turn off the device that is causing everybody to mutate, and our father, along with a bunch of other people, are just like undead zombies standing there looking at the UFO because they got too close. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. So there's a device that's causing that, and the two options were either blow up the whole UFO and the town that's next to it, the scientists and stuff, or try to turn it off. And we went with the option to try to turn it off. So now we have to go all the way back to Ben Throttle and see what his plan is or something. Whoa! Whoa, I did not think pallets would be that much of a problem. Sorry. I'm just exploring around and making sure that there's not like a little spot where I can hit the horn and enter the town, but I don't think there is. I could have sworn I've done that once, though, here. Yep. base of the madmen. Yeah, there's no spot to hit the horn. Okay, I just wanted to really make sure. Not being able to do that once. Physics. The old physics in the old game, that's basically what happened there. So we went with the option to turn the device off. You cannot enter this town, it belongs to enemy faction. Okay. Does it ever not belong to them? I could have sworn that I remember hitting the horn in there, being able to enter it. I could be wrong. So the closer you get to the UFO, the more it affects people. And that's why all of the people in this area and the next are just crazy madmen that don't remember more than like 10 minutes or something, so they're always fighting each other and fighting you and blah blah blah. Now, one of the endings involves the Oracle, let's just say. And the other ending is not, let's just say. And I'm still not completely positive I know which one this is. I think we're doing the Oracle ending. I didn't freaking hard save before making the decision.
Get ready to rumble.
Yes!
So whatever we're doing, we're doing. I mean,
Farewell!
I have the hard save from before I started the stream, and really, progress-wise, it's not all that far back. Yeah, I actually slept during the day a bit.
Get ready
Alright,
to
I'm just gonna
rumble.
run from these guys. Later, nerds. Did they not have guns? Could have done a hard save. I didn't even think of it. Well, the quick saves do rotate, so maybe I might have a save before the a quick save in that zone before they made the decision. I don't know, but we're going with the decision that most people would choose. That is the decision to try to turn it off instead of blow it up. I think this is going to be the Oracle. Yeah, Mojave Desert. Just running on through. No real reason to tally around. Stay around here and just get into more trouble. Oh. That pillbox is good right now. Okay. Are these guys good right now? Yeah, let's run up here and sell this stuff off. Three. Stay nice, stay nice. We come in peace. We come with peace, sorry. Oh, we'll be blowing stuff up anyway. I have a feeling I remember how this is going to go down. They sell books. Yeah. Although you did just miss technically the worst ending. It's a game over ending where first you go up that UFO and you see a bunch of people standing around like zombies looking at it. And then you say, "Oh, this isn't good. I can't really help these people. I better turn back." But if you decide to keep driving towards the UFO instead, then you get out of the truck and just walk towards the UFO and say, "Oh, the truck's not fast enough. I have to walk," which right there tells you you're not acting right. Why do you think walking is faster than a truck? But anyway, oh geez, they just turned red. Run. But anyway, that's a bad ending. You turn into one of the zombies, basically. Why did that guy have potatoes? Come on. Now we're fighting these guys. I just want to leave. So yeah, that's technically the worst ending, where you just turn into a zombie like everybody else and stay. Whee! Okay, it's potatoes. Yeah. Well, I do understand why there's potatoes, though. No, I had like maybe a 5-hour nap, I think, during the day. Because one zone over here, this is actually this. So one zone from all this desert craziness. Here we are in, what's this even called? Cry. This is where this town right here, this destroyed town of Glucko, that's where we first started the game, with our now we know adopted father telling us to go to the town of South and make a trade for him or whatever. First zone of the game. So the whole game, you're going all out through all these other zones, especially if you're doing Alice's quest, looking for who killed your father. And the answer was one zone over to the east instead of all these other ones. Yeah, see, this is the destroyed village of Glucko. Kind of hilarious that the main character, especially in Alice's quest chain, where we're just all riled up about finding out who killed our father. We never thought to go east instead of west. That was a stretch. That's what happens when you're looking different ways for where you're going. Timber, maybe. Hey guys. Think I sell potatoes here, or do you sell them at the other towns down south? It really doesn't matter. There's literally no use for money anymore. Yes, we sell potatoes here. Wood. Oh no, wood goes to the south towns. Okay. Don't think there's anything special here. No, I'm not going to do it till 102,000 coins. I hate turning it down, but I really have no reason to do it. We have almost 6 million coins now, so really doesn't matter. So we're gonna go see Ben Throttle. We'll stop at Midgard and see if there's like a different truck or options for this truck, but I very highly doubt it. Yeah. And this was hard difficulty too. It is still on hard difficulty, right? Yeah. I think maybe right. Remember a few streams of this game ago, which was probably a couple months ago actually. For some reason the game stopped working. I had to reinstall it a few times and yada yada to get it working. I think for the first stream that I had it back working, the difficulty went back down to medium instead of hard because everything reset. I didn't catch it at first. I might have fixed it before I streamed it though, because I played it on my own for a while after I reinstalled it to make sure the game was working. So I might have caught it. But it's definitely on hard now. I guess the difficulty doesn't really matter once you have a freaking tank like this. It made it a lot harder in earlier parts of the game though, that's for sure. Scale of the poles, yeah. It's a little weird. Okay, there's Ben Throttle, but we're gonna go to Midgard first. Wait a minute, where am I? Oh, we come in from the south. Right, we gotta go all the way up through. Right. Safety save. I think this is going to be the Oracle quest line now. The Oracle ending, I should say. It's kind of counterintuitive. The Oracle ending is definitely the hard. Took that turn a little quick, didn't we? This ending is probably the harder of the two endings. Yeah, this is going to be the Oracle. Because the other ending, it's pretty much almost like the hidden ending. And it's because literally when you see the two options, the way they present to you the two options, you don't really realize they're options. So you're always going to pick one. I might do one more stream of this then where I start back at the last hard save. Off camera, I'll get back to the decision. We'll do number 2 and see how the endings are different. I really should. I should show them both off. I don't know why I'm stopping here, actually. I'm at full health. Maybe I just want it to be daytime. Oh, you don't want wood. And it didn't change the daytime. Oh yeah, I guess it kind of did. It's still headlight weather, but it's not as dark as it was. Yeah. Somewhat of a shortcut. Not really. I mean, it's kind of nice to drive through all these other areas, I guess. But it's also kind of just stretching it out because it's obvious you're at the end of the game by now. I guess. The road just led into a bunch of trees, okay. Game. Going this way because I want to check out Midgard first and just make completely sure there's no new truck parts or trucks. It's me and Rumsey were remembering a truck with 6 gun slots instead of 4, but I think that is the second game. Which I guess will be next after I think this stream will be finishing this game. I don't know when I'm going to start up the second game. Maybe not right away. I am looking forward to playing it, though. I haven't played that one in a long time. You know what? I'm just selling stupid wood. Anybody here? No. We came here. Yeah, I didn't think there would be anything better here. Figured maybe since we were at these guys, we could downgrade to a lorry. Ooh. Ooh, destructive Odin, 146. That's not as much damage as Assault Odin. Hammer with long barrel. With large barrel. So 2100 damage, which is insane, by the way. Rate of fire 19. So we can't. Rate of fire 12, so not as good. Nope, not as good. This probably has a little bit better range or something. Fire distance 229. 230, yeah. Slightly more range, but so. Okay. Let's check out that throttle. Bouncy bouncy. What's going on? Oh. Who's shooting me? Quarries and hunters, please. Oh, look at all this scrap metal. Oh, remember the days when scrap metal was like the most amazing thing. Jesus. It's worth more than scrap metal. Guess. Oh, they dropped a lot of stuff. Alright, Ben Throttle. So it's not Obi-Wan Kenobi. Not a reference at all. Old Ben. Oh, they even call him Old Ben. You haven't forgotten the old... Don't we have a radio to talk with this guy so that we don't have to drive all across the world? So glad to see you again. Yes. Wonder if Ivan Go saw flying ships in his travels. Yeah. He tell you anything about those UFOs? Oh, he did. Oh, you didn't think to mention it before now? We used to sit on the grass and swap stories. He would tell me about the lights in the sky, the shining discs, that sort of rubbish. He mentioned Seal, and I told him, oh, baby. Man, I don't know which ending this is gonna be. Seal it was. I'd love to hear the end of the story, but I really need to go. Oh, we're so rude. I want to hear the end of the story. It's important. Okay, let him talk. Now that you mentioned, I remember one legend. Saw out during the travels. You cannot surprise me. I have a matter of utmost importance. God damn it! I want to hear the legend. Exactly what I want you to read. Feeling that you may understand it better than anyone else, better than me. Please read it. Oh, he gave me a thing to read it. Oh well, give it to me. Our protagonist, everyone. Okay, so we're gonna read something because we were too rude to let him talk. Well, we have a... Oh. Neutralized source. The alien ship is the source of contaminants that almost wiped out the life on our planet. It must be stopped for the sake of survivors. There must be a peaceful solution of this matter. Yep, that's the way we were going with. The trace leads to Seal. Somewhere around here the alien vessel was seen. Yes. Oh, nothing new here? Maybe there is something here. I could feel the power coming from the center of the human circle, calling me to join the majority. Oh, all the zombies looking at the UFO. I managed to resist it and return to the settlement. That was the call, yeah. Here I learned about the catastrophe that destroyed the ancient world and its causes. Humans should not play with the things beyond their understanding. Now the extraterrestrial mechanism, launched by the scientists, keeps working and poisoning my planet. There must be a way to stop this madness. It seems that Ivan Go has already seen the alien mechanism somewhere before. I should speak to his friend Ben Throttle. Did he give... Oh, the new man. Oh, Jesus, this is long. Wish I was a better speaker, but oh well. Bork, bork. What, you heard a dog bark? Oh, that's probably because the window's wide open. We don't have a dog anymore, but there is a dog somewhere in the neighborhood that's been barking like crazy lately. Okay, I tried to analyze the reasons of the catastrophe and came to a conclusion that it was an evolutionary leap triggered by an unknown power. I dread to think what we would have turned into had we been prepared for that gift. Whoever gave us that power has done it before time. The process of skin transformation under the mask was almost over, but the people needed a leap of faith to complete it. Yet they grew so attached to the new world and the fear of unknown was so strong that they couldn't let themselves go. People preferred to live and to die as children of the earth. Their numbers dwindled. This is something else. For those who remained were holding on to their former life, even though they had only a distant memory of what human life was like. It wasn't easy to lead the life of a human when you didn't know what you were supposed to do. So they tried to recreate towns and governments, engage themselves in the most archaic activities, trade and war. Yeah? The more people realized their spiritual nature, the harder they tried to surround themselves with objects that reminded them of their former life. That's their love for vehicles, the objects that are always with you and that let you be who you are. So the truck becomes everything to this modern man. It's its home, its identity, and its weapon. Yeah, we never leave our truck. The economy of the New World is based on truck production, service, and refueling. Yeah, it is. The truck has become a fetish for the new man. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. All hopes and ambitions were now focused on the piece of metal. Yes, there remained some other emotions, of course, but these were not. These were, in fact, memories of emotions. You should put an end to this imitation of life. What's that supposed to mean? Yep. You gotta remember, English is not these people's first language either. So, yeah. I like how the game has some kind of explanation of why basically the whole game is all about just repairing and fixing and buying new trucks. Making money just so you can fix the truck to spend money fixing the truck. The cycle continues. Okay, so now we have to go to Seal. Okay, I guess I'll just follow the orange dot. Let's not run into the boulders. So yeah, what do you know? The whole overlying plot of this game is aliens and a spaceship, and we shot down the spaceship and it caused the great apocalypse and yada yada. Go away. I don't care about you. You're dead. Oh no. Oh no, unhandled exception. There's the crash that made this game stop working before. Well, we might not see the end of the game. I have a funny feeling once that happens, I have to do the whole nonsense of reinstalling the game and Maybe if I go a different way. Game still loads at least. Okay. Dresden quick save. Did I save after I talked to them? Probably. Maybe we can go a different way and avoid that zone that crashed. Nope. Nope, it's just crashing. Damn. Maybe we can't do this ending then. This is the thing with old games. Just gotta putz around a little bit more. Quick save from different zone. Just in a quick save too. I think once it decides it's gonna crash. Not quite ready to give up yet, but we're getting there. Gonna have to reinstall the game again. Damn. There's really no reason for that. I'm just gonna try verifying the files. New York State, yes. Welcome. It's okay. Okay, first thing I'm doing, I'm browsing local files, and I'm finding my saves, and I'm gonna back them up. Just the full freaking saves folder. Files. B. Oops. Paste. So the saves are backed up before I do anything else. Although I think that's part of the problem, is the saves kind of get corrupted, but we'll see. Now I'm going to verify integrity of game files, which is pretty silly to do with this game, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Yeah, I'm a couple hours north of New York City. Oh, this is taking a long time to validate the files. Usually that goes pretty quick. It's a small game. The whole game is only 885 megabytes. Not even a gig. Seven files failed to validate won't be reacquired when those files. I don't really get how that happens. Okay. Guess it already did it. Let's see. Wondering if maybe I should put this back in a window. I don't think that really has anything to do with it though. Preston Quick Save 3, let's see. Okay, why is this not the right size on the stream, or is it? Doesn't look right. Well, let's see if it crashes first before I even bother trying to fix that. Yeah, it's still crashing. I knew that was the problem. Just about to give up, but let me just try putting it in the window. I'm gonna try reinstalling it on a different drive. That fixed it once. Wow, now Alt-Enter does. Oh, it changed the config file, Steam UV, and back up the config file. Go back to Zarmek.
Here I am.
Oh, that loaded. Stop the damn music now. Talk to Ben about the aliens. Okay, it's still this quest line though. I have a feeling we're gonna drive all the way to Ben to talk about the aliens and go to Midgard, and then it's gonna just crash again. Do I not have a way to lock the damn mouse now? Because Alt-Enter doesn't work. Can't lock the mouse in the game. Should I try loading Kristen again? It's just gonna crash. Oh, it didn't. Well. Make a hard save. Call it after this. Now, is the mouse locked in? Oh, it's locked in now. Okay. I just gonna exit the game and fix the config file to make Alt Enter work again, so that I could get the mouse to lock in. But the mouse is logged in now, so okay. So go with it. Don't Alt Tab for anything. Maybe don't go north, right? I gotta talk to that throttle again, but then yeah, it's exit a different way. Don't go north. Okay. Don't follow the orange dot.
Show no mercy. You bastard.
The game is way too loud now, isn't it? Just noticing that. Hold on. Graphics quality medium. You know what? Keep it on medium. It's working right now. Should be the same. It's okay. I'm not gonna touch the graphics quality. I'm not gonna touch the config menu. We're just gonna go with it and see what happens. That was stupid. Okay. Alright, we saw those before, so now I'm just gonna speed through it. I'm not gonna read all that stuff because I already read it. Okay, don't go north. Let's put my own marker on that. I'm gonna go the long way around.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, even. Why did I bother going up here? I don't know. Just for the sweet jump, I guess. That wasn't a sweet jump at all. Something's different with the audio, right? I don't want to mess with it. Yeah, I didn't really hear the engine noise before. Now I do. You gotta make a left. There. Almost missed it. Down a dead end. Almost.
The roof is on fire.
Was that a little van? Go away. Struck of the game. Yeah, yeah, right? Speedrun. This truck is nice and fast.
It's showtime.
Yep, you really don't. Sometimes you really can't avoid it, but yeah, if you're just running, just keep running. Stopping at the towns. Have I ever used this road, actually?
Get ready to rumble.
Leave me alone. This is a dead end, isn't it? I remember this now. There's nothing here. Except a crate up there. Yay, scrap metal. Yep, there's nothing here. That's why I don't want to take this road. It's just a dead end. Let's see.
Get ready to rumble.
So, scrap metal.
It's just a scratch.
Have a nice day.
Yep. Oh, the noises are loud again. That's what Steam did. And it messed with my sound files. Sorry. Ah. Damn it. 3 sound files that I edited so that they wouldn't be super noisy. I have them backed up somewhere. Knew something was different with how well I was hearing the engine of the truck. At least these guns aren't crazy loud. One of the main reasons I did that was because the rain metal guns that I was using at the time were stupidly loud. Afraid to fiddle with anything now because the game is crashing. I have a feeling as soon as we try to leave this zone, even this way, it's just gonna crash again. A funny feeling. If that's the case, then I'll probably stop streaming this game for now. And maybe next time I'll try getting myself back to right before the decision in Zarmak with the scientists and choose option 2 and see if it ends up crashing. That's really annoying. Maybe I'll try reinstalling it on a different drive. That fixed it one time. I think that was Rise of Clans that I remember testing out. The only way fixing it was doing a different drive. Old games, man. Cross fingers. Okay, I loaded this zone right up. Okay, now we need. Where are we going? We're going to Seal. Where is Seal now? Going to the desert. Vaderland, and then through the tunnel. I think. Yeah. Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh yeah, can you look at Oh yeah, you can! I just forget that you can do that. So let's Cry. Fairland. Seals and Library, right? Yeah. So yeah, go up to Bayerland and we go through the tunnel. Okay. It's fingers. I'm going with. Please. Okay. So far, so good. So we were gonna come through there. That's where it crashed. But, so we're in the zone. There's always a little ant guy here. Whoa. Oh, you got me with your corpse. Next test is see if we can go through this tunnel. Shortcut. No, that's Riston. Timber. So the game crashed because we didn't get our quota of wrecked trees out of the way. I ain't gonna bother looting stage. That's the point. Oh, it's the city of the dead. Oh, they shouldn't be messing with that. Oh, we're messing with it. This place is full of holes. So it's a shortcut. That's what we're going with. Whee! Yes, I'm a lumberjack. Yep, get my own. Alright, this truck doesn't like off-road very much, does it? Yeah. Up and over. Yeah, there's the mountain tunnel. Tell the graphics are different. I don't want to touch them. tree? Oh, trees. If the trees weren't there, that would have been amazing. Oh, it worked anyway. Tree, please. Timber. Saving is a good idea right now, but I guess it doesn't matter much. Cross your fingers. What is that in the distance in that picture when you're loading up this zone? Okay, that worked. I did that for absolutely no reason. Road was literally right there. Oh. I mean, it's just a fun thing to do in this game, though, I guess. Here we are, seal. Now I'll know which part of the quest, which ending, for as soon as we go through this bit. Alright. Avert your ears for a second, except to repair the truck, which is going to be loud. I don't know why those noises are so freaking loud. Okay. Loud noises are over. Okay, the electrician and seal. What is it now? Have you noticed anything unusual lately? Any people acting strange? Well, this game. There's an anomalous zone nearby. What? These people are often acting strange around here. Some of them say they saw metal objects in the sky. Well, that's what we're looking for. We need to get there. Oh, I think this is... Damn, that'll malfunction again. Go away. I'm busy repairing this station. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, the power grid. This is the ending I wanted to do. Whoa. Oh, look at that UFO. What's this? Yes, this is the ending I wanted. I thought it was going to be the other one.
Who are you, and why are you hiding when my people are suffering?
We are the Najiri. We came here from other worlds.
Just voice acting.
Our paths happened to cross in the universe, which only brought pain to all of us.
I know that one of your machines is poisoning this planet, and I want to know why this is happening.
Aliens.
Our cargo transport was brought down by
Cargo.
your orbital defense. While we were planning a rescue expedition, you people of the Earth found it first and turned on a device which was designed for work in open space, away from all living.
Right.
How does it work?
Kills everybody. Why is coloring like this? I don't know.
The technical details won't tell you anything.
Anna.
The point is, it brought death to all life. Only the strongest species, including human beings, survived, having undergone certain changes. The radiation is deadly even to us.
Both of our races are responsible for the catastrophe, but you saw it happening and did nothing to stop it.
No.
We've been trying to repair the harm we've inflicted to your planet, but all in vain. We cannot even approach the crash site. Moreover, the contamination source has an independent supply unit and cannot be turned off.
Well, that's
Why don't
not
you
good.
destroy it then?
There is no knowing what it may lead to. A major surge in the information field may be the last straw that kills all the survivors. In any case, the resources of your species aren't endless. Even the strongest of you will eventually die.
Gee, thanks.
I'm sure you found a solution after all those years on Earth.
We've made a device that will slowly reduce the radiation. It will give us time. We need to place the device near the broken ship. But neither we nor our robots can get close enough to the ship.
I see. I've been there and nothing happened, so I guess I can take your device to the ship.
Well, we almost became a zombie.
We were hoping you'd help. You are the last hope of humanity.
Wait, I'm still not sure which ending this is. Okay. That was some nice plot dump. Where's the spaceship that we saw in the cutscene? It's gone? Okay. Alright. So... aliens, basically. They have a plan, but they can't get... Saves company. Okay, hold on. Right. They have a plan, but they can't get close enough. Yeah. Installed the jamming device. I'm still not completely positive I know which ending this is gonna... I think I know what it is, but we'll see. So this is my destiny, to install the jamming device. Does this mean we have to go all the way back to... Yeah, we have to go back to the UFO. Crap, this is a lot of driving around. Okay. I met one of the aliens, Najiri. Wait, I don't think it was her name specifically that was Najiri. Didn't she say we are the Najiri? As they call themselves. Okay, I needed to read past the comma. Now I know. It's now I know what really happened in the past. As a result of a series of unfortunate events. Oh, that's a good movie. And obviously the book is probably better. The device that was supposed to only work in outer space was turned on the surface of the planet. Constantly deals tremendous harm to the planet and its inhabitants, and even the jury cannot approach it. However, I visited that place and survived, barely. We almost turned into a zombie. Now my goal is to put several devices the aliens gave me around the desert spaceship to stop it. Okay. I'm a little intrigued right now. Wait. So it's going to try to lower the level of contamination. This is my destiny. Great. Just tell me there's not another book. Okay, good. I didn't want to read another book. Okay, so now we need to go all the way back to the land of the madmen. Okay, I'm going to take the same route. Actually, it's really not that far. It's only a couple zones away. turbo. Back over to France just to find the aliens. Ah! Every step of the way. And the crash again. Let's see if we can load it. And go a different way. I don't know. Yep, sad face. No, no, no. Okay, how far back do we have to go? Why this keeps happening now? Right at the freaking end of the game. Try again. Let's see how that's going to change anything, but kind of worked before. Definitely exited out of the game. I'm validating Steam files again. I can't see how that's going to make a difference this time. I don't know. They fixed anything last time, to be completely honest. Damn it, this is the ending that I want to do, I'm pretty sure, too. Ah, this game. One file failed to validate. Whatever. Not sure how that managed to happen. Alright. Game's completely exited. We're gonna try to get back in. Now it's probably going to get to the end before it crashes instead of crashing at the beginning. Yep. Boy. This is really annoying. I don't think this happened. Windows 7. There was a couple little bugs, but it wasn't that big a deal. Ever. Windows 10, it's happening all the time. What if I tried... What if I tried compatibility mode? Last time it stopped working, the way I fixed it, it was turning off compatibility mode. It's Windows 10, yeah. Starting to see that. Okay, I'm gonna try compatibility mode. I don't think that makes a difference, but I'm trying. Oh, now it just instantly crashes. Assertion failed. Expression M decals VS. Okay, I'm sorry I tried that. Please forgive me. I'll take it off of compatibility mode. Stinks. Okay, the game works. Right before going through the tunnel. I think I'm gonna have to call it. I could do the hard save. It's way back further. Is that gonna change anything? It's so frustrating because the game works for so long and then all of a sudden it doesn't. There's the hard save not working now. Saves again. I think I'm gonna try what drive is this on right now? Gaming drive. I think I'm gonna try uninstalling it and reinstalling it on the main drive. This is the last thing I'm gonna try. If that doesn't work, then I'm gonna give up for now. This really sucks because we're right at the freaking end of the game. Yeah, C drive. That should be better. This is gonna suck for the VOD. Freaking black screen. Guess I should put something up, but it's installing pretty quick. Okay, let's just test it out before I put in the saves. Oh, now it's just instantly crashing, I see. Assertion failed. Oh, good. Door. No. But I didn't. It's in incompatibility mode for some reason. Yes, I put it in compatibility mode for some reason. There really doesn't like compatibility mode for some reason. Yeah, sure, player. Okay. Let me just real quick. Start a new game.
History hasn't kept any certain facts about.
God, that's loud.
Rise and
That's
shine.
loud. Everything. The settings are all back to freaking original. Sorry. Actually, the settings aren't. Why was that so incredibly loud? The speech volume has been set. Whatever. No. Okay, I'm just gonna drive. Leave the controls. WASD. I hate WSD. I just want to drive a little bit, make sure the game's working. I'm not even fixing the resolution right now. I can't stop the music. Okay, that seems to be working. Should have saved the config file. It was deliberate. Death by drowning. Explosion. Beautiful. Okay. So scuffed. Right at the end of the freaking game, too. This is really annoying. Up my desktop. Oh, my desktop is all scrambled. Really? Oh my god, all the icons are everywhere else. Newest saves. Dude, everything scrambled. All of my icons from all three monitors are all scrambled. That's beautiful. Thanks for that, game. Okay, I see the saves folder, but I need the latest one that I made. I made one that was called Newest Saves. Welcome! Saves. Okay. I found it. Okay, our name is just player now instead of Redbear773, but let's see if this works. This is the last thing I'm gonna try. If it doesn't work, I give up. Really upset. Right at the end of the damn game. Oh. I don't know if the save gets corrupted or what. But once that happens, you done be screwed. I'm gonna try one more thing. Okay. I give up. Well, some other time when I'm not streaming, I might keep messing with it and see if I can get it to work, but I have a feeling it's not gonna. God damn it. That really sucks. We were right at the ending. All we had to do, I'm just gonna tell you, because I have a feeling I'm not gonna be able to fix this. Kind of very hesitant on whether or not I'm even going to play the second game, Rise of Clans, because what if the same crap happens? We get towards the end of the game and then it just stops working. But anyway, all we had to do, I'm pretty sure, was go back over to the UFO and put up the devices. I think maybe we were still on the Oracle ending. See, I'm confused now, actually. Because one of the endings, depending on the ending, there's two different bosses. One boss is the Oracle. That's why I'm calling it the Oracle ending. And by the way, the Oracle is a giant helicopter with missiles. It's actually the hardest fight in the game. It's a pain in the ass. And that's the one that you normally get. So I think we're still on track for that. But I didn't think that you got to talk to the aliens with that ending. But now I'm thinking you talk to the aliens either way. But we chose the option to try to turn off the device rather than blow it up, so I'm not sure still. It might be the blow up option might be the Oracle then tries to stop you. One of the options is the Oracle tries to stop you from what you're doing. Like, the Oracle either tries to stop you from blowing up the whole thing, or the Oracle tries to stop you from trying to do the device thing. I think we were on the track of the Oracle stopping us from doing the device thing, because the Oracle says, "Oh, you can't trust these aliens. They're the ones that brought up the apocalypse anyway." And then you gotta fight them. I'm not sure though. I haven't played the end game part of this game in a very long time. I've played the other parts of the game, but I haven't played the endings. Let me just see if I can load Zarmak. Oh, thank you, Windows. I don't want to install Java right now, apparently. I'm just gonna see if I can load up Zarmak. Oh, the Zarmak quick saves are gone. I guess it only has so many quick saves. Well, I have another set of saves. What if I went all the way back to where I started the stream from? Does it crash? Yes, it does crash. Okay, we're completely screwed now. Because even I just tried to load the save. That I started the stream with, 3 hours ago. And that even crashed. So now we're completely screwed, I guess. I mean, I could try. I could try verifying game files or something again, but there's no point. It's just gonna crash. Yeah, I'm not sure how to fix this. If there even is a fix. It's a damn shame. Yeah, it's Windows 10. It really hates Windows 10. If you're really interested in the ending, the first YouTube link is my original YouTube. And my original LP of this game is on there. I think I only do the Oracle ending on that. I don't remember if I made a second bonus video at the end to show off the other ending or not. I don't think I did, because at the time I don't even remember if I knew about the other ending. Like, originally I didn't even know that you could choose not to do Alice's quest line and do the whole quest line that we did in this playthrough, so I don't know. Yeah, I had fun too. It's just really annoyed that we got right to the end of the game and then nope, not gonna work. Really thought that was only going to be a problem with that one CIT quest line. Oh well. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop it here. There's no point in doing anything else. It's almost 12 o'clock anyway. Yeah, that was fun for the most part. I'll see you guys around next time. We'll stream something else. I'm really unsure of... Well, I don't know if I'm gonna keep trying to fix this save file, but I'm pretty sure I'm screwed. And I'm not sure if I'm going to stream the second game now, which I was really looking forward to. And it seems to work, but what if I get like halfway or even further through it and it does the same crap? I don't know. I've got some decisions to make. Anywho, I'll see you guys around. Let me just see if somebody's streaming that I can raid. Oh, I guess I could raid the Northern Alex. He's just starting. Yeah, test play it, I might. Alright, I'm gonna raid the Northern Alex, so just stick around for a second. We'll go say hi to him. He's just starting with a patrol on Grand Theft Auto 5. Twitch RP. It's RPing as a cop. He's still training, actually, from the server. I think he'll get through his training pretty soon. Hey, I'll see you guys around. Later.